Hello students, this is Mrs. Eby. I am going to take you through a very brief tutorial on how to design and create a background that we can use when we green screen the announcements for the image that will appear behind the anchors. We're going to start with this image you see in front of you, and we're going to end with something like this. We're going to have to modify the colors since our school colors are red and black, and we're going to add some text. Now I want to show you something that you want to keep in mind is, there'll be people sitting in front of your image. That's kind of why I had the text, kind of centered vertically and horizontally on the image. As you can see in this lower right hand image, there's some text. It's very hard to read. You want to kind of avoid that issue and keep those things in mind, the placement of the people in front of your background. So going back to our beginning one, first thing we need to do is in the layers panel, we want to unlock the background. You can see over here where I'm pointing, there's a lock. That means this is not going to take edits very well. So we're going to double click it. This little box pops up and is going to change that layer from background to layer 0. We just click OK. Now we can edit it to our heart's content. The other panel I do want to point out is the history panel. The history panel is a good way to step back in time if you want to undo something several steps at a time. You can use the history panel. We may be able to take a look at that if that undoing several steps becomes necessary. But these are really the only two panels that I think we're going to need for our purposes. The first thing I want to do is take the rectangle square shape, which is right here, the rectangle tool. I'll click on that, and then I'm going to make a rectangle the entire size of my image. Now we need to make that a different color, so I'm going to go over to this, this is called the toolbox on the left. I'm going to double click that little square and turn it red, and take my bucket tool, the fill bucket, or paint bucket tool, excuse me, and fill that layer in that shape with the red color for school. Now these two layers are in the layers panel, and the red layer is on top of layer 0. We need to flip that, so I'm going to drag layer 1 and put it below layer 0. You can't see it now because layer 0 is on top of it. But this is where we're going to make sure we're choosing layer 0, because whatever layer is highlighted in blue is the layer that whatever changes you make will be affected. So we want to affect layer 0 at this point. So we're going to have that layer selected, and then we're going to play with the blending modes. You're welcome to, when you do this on your own, go blending mode by blending mode and see what colors or what effects take place, but luminosity is the one that is going to give us the look that we want for our image. Now that we've gotten all the blue gone and we're working with red and black, which are our school colors, I think we're good with this part of our background. The next thing we're going to do is add our text. So over here in our toolbox, I'm going to pick the T, which is the text tool, and I'm going to click, and I'm going to start typing. And I'm going to type, and you can type whatever you feel you want this to say. Chardon. I'm going to go with morning announcements, as I did in the example. And if you want to move this, you can use the move tool. Whoops. Okay. Control Z will undo that. You have to make sure, as I said, that you're on the right layer. And by being on the right layer now, I can move the words. I kind of like the size of it, to be honest with you. There are some more things though I want to do. I mean, you can see it's very much blending in with the background. I don't think that's going to be too effective, so we're going to play around with this a little more. You might want to adjust the size of the font, so if you do, an easy way to select this text is just to come over to the layer and double click in the little thumbnail they have there. That's going to select all of your text. I found a text I liked online and I uploaded it to my home computer. You may not be able to do that at school, but you know, we could possibly see if the IT guys would let us, you know, try some new text. Here we're going to change. I'll show you where I went to Warp, which is up here, warped text, and I want to change this. Instead of just making it go straight across, we can give it a little bulge, if you will. That's quite a bit of a bulge, so I can take that bulge down a little. See, now it's kind of upside down, but there. So now I've made it right side up again, and I've got that little bulge. Let's see how that looks. If I click this check mark, that's going to accept all of the changes I made. I kind of like that. Okay, I can move it a little, centering it, and bring it down a little more. The color might not be what I want, so I'm going to double click on that little white square in the layer, and I'm going to click on my color square, and I'm going to choose white. And I'm going to check the check mark. I kind of like that, how that's looking. And then just real quickly, I want to show you one more thing, and that is to go to the FX at the bottom of the panel. You see the letters FX, and that's for special effects. And one of these special effects you can do is an outer glow. It's a little hard to see, but if I take it off, you can kind of see the effect that's giving it. Maybe you don't like that. Maybe you like an inner glow, which doesn't do a whole lot with it. You have to make sure preview is checked in this box so you can see what these are doing. Now there's bevel and emboss. Maybe you like that look. Here's satin. Not liking that. Color overlay. Nope. A gradient. No, I mean, we could play around with this. Here's a stroke. I kind of like the stroke. It's a black stroke, so it kind of makes it pop a little more. And then look at that, really does make it pop too, the inner shadow. But I'm just going to keep it kind of simple and just add a stroke, and I'm going to be done. I'm going to be done because I don't want this to go on too long. We're going to do a save as. Now you want to save everything twice. You want to save everything as a Photoshop file, because, and just click OK if any windows pop up. By making a Photoshop file, should you need to make some edits, you'll be able to. Once you do another save as and save it as a JPEG file, which is right here, this is your image file that we're going to use in our editing software, and you won't be, whoops, I'm going to rename this because I have it as the before image, and I'm going to name it background 2. And if you save it as a JPEG, now you can turn this in, and we will be able to try and see if we can get this on the morning announcements. If you have any questions, please see me, and good luck. Thank you for your attention.